Hey guys, welcome back to episode 37 of the Frost Dog Garage. This is a build of a Factory 5 Mark 5 427 Blueprint Stage 2 Roadster. Now it's been hot and smoky along the Wasatch Front. In my last episode, I talked about possibly using this product LIZARDSKIN to complete the sound and insulation on the Roadster. So I've got the product. It took a little while to get it. I messed up my order on the first one, but they fixed it quick, and then it shipped out. But I had to catch them before it shipped because part of the order was wrong, and I had accidentally, since this bucket is white and this one's black, that doesn't necessarily designate the color. Even though this is a black color for the sound control, this is black as well, and I had accidentally ordered the white. So definitely want it black so that if there's any imperfections where the carpet seams marry up, then I don't want that to be seen. I'd like it to be hidden. But I finally got the product here. This one, as I said, is the sound control. And I also picked up their sprayer. Just looks like that. Just to let you know, this air connector, this air chuck right here, doesn't come with it. So you've got to source that. And then it's got a steering stick that does come with it. And I'll be using this in just a little bit to mix up the product and spray. But just want to show you real quick the preps I've done, because it did take a while just to prepare the Roadster. I don't know how much overspray there's going to be. It is a water-based product. I've set my compressor to 50 psi, which should work out well. But just in case there's excess overspray, I've covered up as much as I can. So this is what I've done in the cockpit area. Pulled out the seats, taped off areas that I don't want any product on down there, and also any of those screw heads that are sticking up for bolting the seats down. Covered those up with tape, as well as the attachment points for the seat belt, transmission cover as well, and took some components off. And you can probably see there that I went ahead and cut my pass-through for the cubby, since I figured it'd be a little bit more difficult to do it after I've applied this product. So at least I've got the hole there, even though I don't have the box behind it situated. But I'm still working on fabricating that. And aside from that, I just taped off any other areas that I didn't want to get hit. And here I've got the covers, the access covers for the fuel tank, both the sending unit and the pump, and I've just laid them over the holes, kind of centered. And so what I plan on doing is just spraying the product over it, and then after it's all cured, I'll go around it with a razor, and then I'll pull the piece up, and I'll probably use some sticky back Velcro on both sides after I've got the carpet on and everything. And that way I can just put these in place with the right dimension cut out, and then I could just pry them up and pull them off if I need to access beneath. So as of right now, I don't plan on riveting them in. I just plan on using some Velcro, but we'll see how that goes. Also, you can probably see that the shine has kind of been dulled. So what I did, if I can find it here, is I went and got one of these red pads. You can use Scotch-Brite. This was actually an off-brand that I found at AutoZone, but I believe it was 350 grit or thereabouts. But you could use a Scotch-Brite pad as well, a red one. And you just go around and you scuff all the aluminum anywhere that the product is going to be, so that it has a good surface to adhere to. The other option would have been to clean it up and then hit it with a self-etching primer, but that's even more overspray. So I decided just to use this, and I was able to do the entire thing just with one pad. So it looks pretty haggard now, but one pad did it. And then after that, vacuumed everything off, used some mineral spirits or acetone to wipe all the panels down. And I started taping off this the frame, and I thought better of it, and only taped off this top section here, and any of the parts where the roll bar mounts would go in, or the roll bars would mount to. But then I pulled the tape back off of some of these, and I decided I'm just going to spray them. So I roughed them up with the pad as well, and I will just hit these frame members in the trunk also with some of it. And so that is what it looks like. I think I've got everything pretty much taped up. I got a bag placed around the pedals down there. Definitely don't want any of this product on them. So watched a couple of videos of how to apply this lizard skin, and Summit has got a video out there as well. And basically what they say is once you've tightened down the nozzle, then to twist it out 2 turns and then tighten down the retention nut right there, and that would work well. So we're going to find out, and it should give you about a softball size spray pattern. They also send in the kit a gauge to be able to check the thickness of the product as you put it on. The demonstration that they did, basically they made a pass horizontally, a pass vertically. They checked it, it wasn't quite good enough, and so they did one more pass, and that pretty much got it right on. So I figured about 3 passes, the way they were doing it on that video would be just about right. So I think what I'll do is I'll set up the camera, probably go to time lapse, since it's going to take a while to spray it, and then talk about it a little bit on the tail end. So come on, join the journey, and hopefully I won't get overspray on too much stuff. Well, that is what it looks like after one coat. It almost looks like a texture job on a wall before paint, kind of like spackle. So you don't have to worry about overspray, you know, floating around the shop or anything, and it has a very low odor. It doesn't, it's not real strong. But if you happen to point the spray gun beyond your piece, it definitely will overspray and hit something else, but it doesn't really go on the way I thought it was going to. I had my compressor, I had the air set for, I actually cranked it up just a little bit, maybe 57 PSI, but it comes out more like a splatter. I guess that's the way it's intended. And I actually thought that it was going on thicker than it really was. I still have more than half of that bucket remaining after doing this coat on all of the aluminum panels. Clear here to the back. So I could definitely do another coat. Still trying to decide if I will. And I did hit these panels right down here at the back of the seat back panels. From this side, I just had to cover these components well so you don't get overspray. If you do get overspray and you clean it up immediately, it's just soap and water. We'll clean it up. And if it's dried a bit, a little bit of elbow grease, and it'll eventually soften and come off. So cleanup isn't too bad. I am probably going to hit the entire driver's compartment and passenger, the whole cockpit area. I will probably hit it with the thermal insulation at LIZARDSKIN, but I've got to wait at least 24 hours for total cure before I do that. So I think tomorrow, when the sun is out and I have a bit more light here in the garage, even though I had my headlamp on, it's just hard to tell how thick it was going on in some areas. So, but overall, yeah, I think it's a good product. I like the coverage. We'll see how well it works. I don't think that it's up quite to the same level as my kill mat, but I just like being able to put it on this way and just tape everything off, covers everything. So would I do it again? Yeah, I think I'd do it again. Although there were a couple of areas where I could have done even more masking because I did have to do a little bit of cleanup, but wasn't too bad. Like there was a little bit of spray on the upper control arm, a little bit here, which doesn't really matter on the frame member, but I cleaned those up. So I'll take another look at it tomorrow. I don't know if anyone's interested in going this route. My suggestion would be tape everything off real well. Just mask everything real well. Anything you don't want to get paint on. I mean, I even got a little bit of splatter here on these, but definitely make sure you cover like side pipes and things like that. So, but all in all, yeah, it's looking good. This helps anyone out. Consider like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Once I get the thermal insulation on, I'll just attach it, kind of a little addendum, short video, just so you can see what that looks like. But all in all, I'll call this a success. Thanks for following along, guys, and good luck with your builds.